I lost 5 pounds this week. Yeah, you heard me. 5 pounds. I mean, pretty soon you're not even going to be able to see me. I'm going to turn sideways and I'm going to just disappear if I keep going at this pace. In this video, I'm going to share with you the secret of how I've been able to lose weight so rapidly, and it's been really easy, and it all comes down to a little small mindset shift that changed everything for me. My name is Jarvis. I'm the morning hero. I help people maximize their time so they can maximize their life, and your fitness is one of the things that you have to maximize to live your purpose. It's also one of the biggest struggles, not necessarily the fitness part, but the eating. Eating has been one of my lifelong nemesis. More specifically, donuts. Me and sugar, boy, we're like this. We have a love-hate relationship. And recently, in our Morning Hero program, we have these accountability groups where people get on a call every day and they cheerlead for each other and help hold each other accountable to their goals. So this week in our accountability groups, we're doing something called the hashtag Commit to Fit Challenge, where every day you have to adhere to 5 things. You have to stick to a diet plan, 64 ounces of water, no alcohol, no sugar, and then a 45-minute workout. And you have to do that for 30 straight days. Now, the workout and the water and all those things are easy. The 2 hardest things for me are the alcohol and the sugar. But I've cut that out, and I want to tell you some hacks that worked well for me. And so and I've been doing this for about 5 days, and I've already lost 5 pounds. I'm averaging about a pound a day. So if I keep at this pace, like I said, a month from now, you're not even going to be able to see me. I'm going to be so fit. But what have I been doing to been able to curtail my alcohol and sugar? And it all comes down to this concept of understanding what is it that your body, that craving is like, what is the source of that craving? And then how can you substitute it for something else? So for me, let's take the alcohol. The alcohol, for me, I more look at alcohol as like something refreshing, something to calm me. Like, it's more of the habit of the drinking. It's not necessarily the getting a buzz itself. It's more of it's a habit. I used to come home, I used to get something from the refrigerator, a beer or a glass of wine, and sip. And it was just like a refreshing way to close the day. It was like my reward for closing the day. And so I said, what else can I use to replace that, that would still satisfy that craving, that still satisfy that urge that I get from the alcohol? And so I found Topo Chico. I don't know if you've heard of Topo Chico. It's this sparkling mineral water, but it's got this really tangy fizz, and it almost gives me the same feeling as if I'm drinking a beer. It's delicious, and it comes in this really cool, sexy bottle. So you almost feel like you're drinking a beer, but it's just mineral water. And so I've discovered this, and I come home, I pop one of these things, I start drinking it, and it satisfies that urge that I normally would have for me wanting a drink or me wanting some alcohol. And so that was a great replacement. For the sugar piece, another thing is the sugar is really hard for me. I always, after dinner, want something sweet. It's like dinner, then immediately I have to have dessert. Like, my body craves dessert right after dinner. And so that I know that's my most vulnerable part. So when I said, what can I do that I could still, like, I'm not going to resist it. Like, the hard part of the thing you have to realize is you don't want to just completely cut yourself off and resist it. You still need to satisfy that craving or that urge, but you want to do it. You want to replace it with something, a healthier version where you can still have it, but it doesn't have the negative effects. And so I found shakes. So I make a fruit smoothie. And so normally after dinner, I would want ice cream or I would want a package of cookies. Now I make a fruit smoothie. I put a little protein in a blender, throw some strawberries and some blueberries, a little honey. Boom. Now I still get that satisfy that craving of ice cream. Like, now I'm having a fruit smoothie that still feels like I'm having ice cream. It still feels like I'm cheating, like I'm having something sweet, but it's much, much healthier version. So That's the hack, is to not completely resist the craving. It's what can you substitute that'll still satisfy the craving, but it's much healthier than the alternative. And so if you can do that, now look at yourself and find, where are the areas that I fall short mostly? Where do I, on my diet, on my nutrition, what are my biggest vices? Where am I most vulnerable? Where do I normally get caught up or caught off guard? And then how can I plan ahead and think of a replacement, so when I do get that urge or that craving, I don't necessarily have to fight myself. I can still lean into that urge, but I have a healthier replacement for it. So that's the trick. Find a healthy replacement for all of your vices, and then that way you're not fighting your brain. Your brain still feels satisfied, and now your body still feels satisfied at the same time. All right, heroes, I'll see you in the next video.